Right, here we are out in the bush. Out here with Ananu. We're looking for some maku. So we're looking through the bush here. So the Acacia campiana tree is the one that the witchetty grubs like to eat. So that's what we're looking for. Some sign. So these ones here, these are perfect little witchetty trees. So this is what we want to dig out, these roots here. We follow the root system and then we find where it goes to a fat part, and that's where the grub's inside. And there's little bits of sawdust here as well, which tells me this could be a good spot just here. And the grubs, they feed on the sap. Got to watch out for the enchants too, because those buggers are around here. And I tell you what, they pack a wallop. This is what I've been looking for. That's what we're looking for. So you can see it goes from thin here to thick. There's your bulge. And that's where old mate is. Hello, tuck tuck tuck. We're coming to see you. Tough work. And this is what the indigenous women do a lot of the time. Women's specialty. That bulge in the root there is a bit of a fat spot. A bit tougher than he looks too. Yeah. So that bulge in there, what I was talking about, crack him open, see? Ah. He's a little fatty. So that little bit of, it's like sawdust there. There's a little plug, a little sawdust plug there. And he's made his way through here, chomp, chomp, chomp. He's eating the sap and the wood. And this is the larvae of a big moth. And they are better when they're cooked, but today we're going traditional style, so it's not bad. It's it's different. It's not bad, I don't mind it. It's got a bit of a nutty texture obviously because it's eating wood. It also has a slight hint of an egg yolk flavour almost. So it's quite interesting. Another one here. Oh, another one, look at that. Here's a beauty. Big fat maku. Looky what we found here. Oop. Another fat spot there. I don't want to squash him though. There he is. Come on, little fella. There he is there. So this is the larvae of a coated moth. It's a big grey moth like that. So what he does is he spends his time in here. Here's a bit smaller one. into the roots, eats that, and then what he does is he pupates, and they'll come to the surface. There'll be a cocoon, you'll find it on the ground sometimes, and then they'll turn into that big moth and fly away. I tell you, the digging stick works good, and it's also made of acacia. Wannery, that's why they call it a wanner, but this is the go. So we've got plug here, you can see that. There's also a hole over there. That's a pretty good telltale sign. Break this one open here. Oh, he's a good one. Check that out. Woo! Hello. How you doing? Now that's a good size witchetty. This guy here, I think we'll cook him up, eh? Witchetty maku. So there's another species that also lives in the tropics, and you find those in the candlewood trees. It's also insect larvae, and there's also another species found in the river red gums, and they get about this big, and they got pink bars on them. They look like a big fat marshmallow. So there are obviously a few different species, and maku means edible grub, and witchetty is another lingo for edible grub. Cook until they're golden brown. They're much better cooked. You want them just brown, just a little bit crispy. Slightly extended, then he's ready to go. That's what we want, golden brown, still a little warm, and nice and crispy. It really is delicious. Kind of hard to describe what it tastes like. It's a bit nutty, a bit eggy, kind of scrambled eggs with nuts. I guess some people say it tastes a little bit like seafood. But yeah, it really tastes tasty, and it's full of essential fats and high in protein. So it's a really good energy source, bush tucker. And if you get the right tree in the right spot, you can pull 10 or 15 off it in about 15 minutes, I reckon. You know what you're looking for. Another acacia over here, or mulga tree. So this is wanari, and we're looking for tarkula, which is this guy here. Now that is called a bush apple, and it's kind of sweet, very sweet. Not bad. Bush apple off the mulga tree. So this one's different. You can see it's got different phyllodes, which are like leaves, where all the photosynthesis happens, but they're a different shape. And this tree is used to make the wanna, the digging stick for the women, and it's Acacia anurea. The other one where we got the maku is Acacia campiana. Now we've got another thing on here. There's some more bush tucker here. Look at this one. This one called Nuncha. And this one is the sweetest one. This is my favourite. One of my favourites. Just here, these little red berries. And this is a parasitic mistletoe bush. So what happens is a mistletoe bird eats these, and then it does a little poop on the tree, just like this over here. And then you can see that seed attaches itself, and eventually it grows like this. It taps into the trunk and takes the water source from the host tree. It also has its own leaves and chlorophyll and does its own photosynthesis, so it makes its own energy. The only thing it really takes from the other tree is the water to make these delicious little nuncha. South Australia is called Minera. So very, very useful tree. If you know what you're looking for, there's plenty of stuff out here to munch on. Collecting a bit of bush tucker. We'll go and see what else we can track down. Purple flowers over here. This one. This one's called Parakelia. It's almost a little bit like aloe vera, but pretty good for you. In moderation, of course. If you have too much of that, you're going to get what we call in Australia the trots. Something for you to work out. But get a salad. If you're dying of thirst out here, you're going to eat this because it's very nourishing. Gets the saliva going. And obviously early in the morning this stuff's going to be cold, so when it's cold it's nice as well. There are heaps of stuff flowering at the moment out here. Got some more bush tucker over here, we'll go and have a look. Walkabout. Another bush tucker over here we're going to go check out. Oh, look at these are cool. Little paper daisies. You hear the noise they make? Great time of the year to be out here. And I can hear all them birds. And they are black-faced wood swallows. But where all these birds are, we can get some bush tucker as well. Oh look, there's a camel tracks. Camel tracks, camels around. They looked a little bit old, those ones. Yeah, it's Spinifex country. Got to watch the footwork a little bit through here. A little bit of bush tucker here. If your energy levels get low, that's what you want to find some of this. You can look. You can see the syrup in there. Sweet, sticky nectar. Yep. And you just suck it out. You can dip that in your water bottle, also make bush cordial. Grevillea. And it has the nectar to attract the insects and the birds, which will then pollinate the flowers for it, and also cross-pollinate other trees. So we're very lucky today we get to come out on Aboriginal land with the Unanu, the traditional owners of this area, and we have a bit of a cook up, a bit of a feed, and it's been an interesting day. Tons of different types of bush tucker. We've got some maku, some witchetty grubs, which is one of the favourite traditional foods of this area as well. And it's nice to get out and amongst it with the locals, and they've been living off this land for tens of thousands of years, around 30,000 years in this particular area, and they belong to the land, part of the land. And it's great to be able to come out here with the locals and get to see places and get to do things that you would not normally be allowed to do. So it's another great aspect of coming out to a different country, different areas.
Mm-hmm.